okay, well, all these hoes is lining up with my Fibonacci. And so it got to the point where I started only really using Fibonacci when I'm done drawing my chart up to see how it worked out, just like you said, or I use it on, Sundays when I do my weekly parapet, when I go over to the month and I draw it on there or whatever. And you'll see like I have because I normally do the same thing. I got 2 screens myself, so I either have one up with like my CAD or whatever, and I like on this one I got a little bit more drawn up, a little bit more tougher. Than on one of them, it's really not that much. Like this one, it's a little bit naked or whatever. And it's on 1 hour just because I was just showing somebody something. But really, I'm usually keeping that ball on the 4 hour, with the with the date. And sometimes the week is leading my play for the week, but a lot of times I'm looking at the entry on fold, riding the day trend. That's usually the way I'm trying to get it or so. But support and resistance in Fibonacci, if somebody wanted to just focus on, we talk about, your winning edge in Forex, because you really want to get it down to peak and make my decision in 3 minutes, So, like, Rose a perfect example of it, because when he's looking at his chart, he got all that shit he's taking in mind. He's really just looking for a wick out, you know what I'm saying? He's looking for a nice ass little wick out that's gonna, on a high time frame, is gonna go down. So he's looking for something so simple. So that's one of the things I've been trying to do with my trading strategy is, dumb it down like that. So get rid of less and less shit. And that's important resistance and Fibonacci trading plan. That's real. That's a trading edge. That's a real smooth one. It's resting points, just like you said. It's resting points. And when it started moving, we was talking about what was it yesterday? Arriving and departing from. That's all I was talking about. Like arriving to the next ladder or going to the next one. As soon as it's at one, like right here. This is the pound. Like I'm in on the is this one of them? Yeah, I'm in on the sale on the pound. Like it got to this part, kind of played a little bit. I'm like, all right, we starting to depart away from that one. So I'm in on the sale, just riding it down for a little bit to either the next level or to, if it starts wicking out, like let's say it starts wicking out in the middle, sometimes I'd be like, wait a minute. Then I'll kind of place a line there and kind of, scroll it back. Oh shit, this is a resting spot. Let me keep my head on the swivel, just in case and shit like that. So I definitely
that trade too, that GBBJBY. I'm in that on the sale right now.
Yeah, man, that dragon a motherfucking violent move.
Yeah, you the one got me on. Remember I told you when we first talked, bro, I was like, I hate JPY, fam.
Yeah.
I hate, bro. But no, that's probably my most profitable one right now.
Yeah. What'd you say, Ash?
I say, that's my baby right there, the dragon. I got in on the sale actually this morning.
Nice. That's where the money at.
Man. What is that? I want to say it's baby pips. One of them has like an average pip that movement per day.
Mm-hmm.
That's kind of, it's relative, whatever, but you'll see like Euro 70 to 90, the fucking Dragon 150, 160, you know what I'm saying? Like that motherfucker, it just moves. And then the weight of it carries just a tad bit more. Let me go over down to the I need to get the I got one more updated, but I got this one up right now with the pound. I wanted the pound with the yen because the pound with the yen is so powerful. A 50 pip movement on 0.15 to 75 compared to like what the CAD is on that same movement. Same movement is like $59. You know what I'm saying? So you know what I'm saying? That motherfucking pound dragon is strong, man. Absolutely strong. You catch it at a great point, a great pivot point. That's some good ass shit. Man, that's a good ass movie. Man. We got the special on right now. We got, boosting up our members and getting boys in and shit like that. After the special over, like, we've been doing like a lot of little stuff. We want to kind of bring some stuff over to monetary. So we're going to be we've been doing our little real estate thing. So we like the videos and shit that we've made, we're going to start like bringing it over to the group, showing people, really showing people, what it is, just giving them a different option with investment, and then just showing like, okay, well, here's how you do it, and so if you wanted to do it or if you want to be aware of it, then eventually we'll have ways for, people to get in on different little shits like that. Because I really want to, one thing that I really want to start doing when we get into flips and shit like that is do like, crowdfunding with monetary, where we all come in and we put in our 10%, then we flip one, and you get to decide, okay, well, do I just want to put my money in and just wait for payday? Or do I want to put my money and see the whole process? So boys will be like, man, that was dope. I'll either do it with you boys again, or I'll do it on my own with the profits, which is either or is okay. We just want to open up boys' eyes to those possibilities.
Two things I want to say, man. I told y'all boys, beautiful thing is I work for a real estate acquisitions company, man. I'm here right now. I work late. But, yeah, man, I come across the best deals all around. I think you know this. I told you already, too. Mm-hmm. As far as flipping and wholesaling and all that stuff, I do it all, bro. I broker deals, man, duplexes, quads, regular homes, commercial, and everything. So, I mean, if y'all want the best deals and y'all trying to figure out how to do it, I'm with that. You know what I'm saying? Especially as far as group crowd. Well, basically what you said was like crowdfunding in a sense. Yeah. I'm with that as well. Like, but there's something I had looked at yesterday, man. A good matter of fact, I dropped the link in the post in the chat, bro. Somebody explained to me what a HELOC is, man, home equity line of credit, and how you can use that to not only like live your life, but to like, you know what I'm saying, pay off your home. Say if you get a mortgage took out on a home, you can pay it off, which usually take 30 years. You can get it paid off in 5 to 10 years, and with only spending maybe like $7,000 to $8,000, maybe even $10,000 as far as interest paid, compared to spending the regular like $80,000 or $100,000 that you would spend. It's beautiful, bro. Like, I honestly took me like 5 minutes to really understand like what is this man saying, bro. But it's facts though, and he actually got like a course. He'd do a call with you and all that, but all that. I'm telling you, bro, like just from the video alone, if you know anything about real estate, you understand, like you probably do your own research on what is a HELOC and then use that. Because, like, matter of fact, I'm for example, if I got a $100,000 home and I can get a home equity line of credit of $25,000, right? I gotta pay that monthly loan, which is probably like anywhere between $400 to $800 a month, depending on, you know, credit and all that stuff like that. But with the HELOC, bro, you can use the $25,000 limit and then pay $25,000 towards your loan, your home loan, your mortgage, and then just start paying towards the HELOC with your, you know, your monthly, what you make in from your job in a month, and live off of that. So up until you pay the HELOC down, and as you paying that monthly, so your mortgage and you paying your regular bills of the you know, every month, eventually the HELOC can get back to the zero, and then you do it over again, repeat.
Knocking $25K off the principal every time it repeats to zero.
Every time it repeats. But see, the beautiful thing is, as you paying that HELOC, you still gonna be paying that the minimum, right? Or just making payments towards that mortgage. So, for instance, remember you paid 25 and made it 75. Well, by the time you get down that HELOC from 25 to zero, your mortgage should be at 60. See what I'm saying? So then you come and use that another 25, slap it on the ass real quick. Now you're down to like 35. You feel what I'm saying? Or 40, really, somewhere roughly around that area. Point is though, like this is a strategy that, and I mean, I'm not like by any means racist, but the Asians use, you know what I'm saying, to like really finesse the system financially. So again, rather than paying 80 to 100,000 in interest, and that's 2 homes you paying for, you only gonna end up paying like 7,000. 8,000, maybe up to 10,000 in interest, which is fine. I feel like that's a fair deal, though. Yeah. I can deal with that.
Hey, number one, drop that motherfucking link.
I got you.
Number one. Number two, bruh, that's hilarious. That is my current motherfucking strategy. Everything I'm doing right now is to do 2 things. Bump my capital, raise my credit, because I haven't used my first homeowner thing. And of course, I know baby wants to use it for like a live ass house and all that, and that's cool. But a motherfucking me duplex at 3% down, renting out both sides, using the extra on the principal. I'm like, that'll get that bitch taken care of way faster. Have rentals, but motherfucking HELOC to cut down. That could, oh man, I'm looking at a 4-year break even point bare minimum, and that's without paying off principal early.
On me. And so like the only thing I don't like, sometimes you get in trouble for paying off early, so you got to make sure that's in your clause. But I mean, even if it is a prepaid penalty, it shouldn't be like tremendous in comparison to like having to wait 20, 30 years. Man, like I don't think many people understand how, like I didn't find out until I started working here.
You could talk that future value, present value shit, dial it up.
Oh, bro, like it's crazy. Like you will literally you buying 2 houses when you get a mortgage. 2 houses, bro.
Oh, nigga, you ain't here. I dab you up and pass you.
Oh, me, bro.
They don't, bro. Math 1301 or finance 1301, whatever in second year in college was, all the rest of the maths, they could have kept all that shit except for that one right there, finance 1301. Because they talked about the present value versus future value, and we got an opportunity to put in, home interest rate payment and start seeing how these $200,000 houses that you're approved for, $435,000 if you keep up to that 30 and shit like that. And so, like me, I'm in classroom and I'm anybody outraged at this shit, and so just to hear that, like, this is something that can use to combat that, it's like, fucking finally, because a lot of people don't know that, man. They'll get a deal like that for $200,000 and really on the line for way more, man.
Thanks. No, thanks, bro. And also another note I want to say is that I know a lot of people who would be particularly interested in just that crowdfunding part. I know Monetary Financial is really like the whole synopsis of things. Like, it's not just the Forex though. But I mean, I don't know. I know people who would be strictly interested in just the crowdfunding and, like, going in on a house 10% or anything that's, like, worthy. Because, like, eventually, with enough, people involved, we can get to, like, apartments and, in the right location, unit homes, stuff like that. But I don't know if y'all interested in just doing that model specifically for people who don't want to do the Forex, but I would highly consider that. And I'm telling you, like, maybe you should have that conversation with Ro or something, because, like, not everybody is for Forex, but would be down for the real estate investing part.
I can honestly, it's like you eavesdropped on me in Ro's conversation, because that's actually one of the things we're going to start announcing, like, after the special is over. After the special is over, that's one of the things we definitely will be having on the option for. We got something in the works for just that. And because me personally, not only do I want to have one for monetary, but like I'm going to be fucking with other ones. Other ones that I see coming up, whatever. So I'm not opposed to being on one, or is it with monetary? So we would definitely be open for that.
Right. I mean, even if it is like, something like, as far as like, it's still monetary financial, but it's just like one sector of it. Somebody can buy, pay their monthly fee, just to, like, or whatever it is, like, instead of it being $250 or $500 down, they pay $125 just for the real estate side. Mm-hmm. Like, that would make more sense than just trying to, like, get them to come through full. Because, like, somebody may feel like, man, but I don't even want to do Forex. You know what I'm saying? You know how people are, bro.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, that just makes more sense as far as, like, getting people to what they want without, helping them get to what they want without, making it any rougher or harder than it already is.
Yeah, you ain't lying. And then I think the cool part is, too, depending on which way you get in, you will kind of find out that they always kind of lead back to each other just because they're investments,
they're all investments, yeah, facts.
They're all different markets, whether it be that market, this market. So I found out, like some of the best dudes to pick out stocks who don't even know it is the people that are in the field working every day that use the shit. That I actually see, this is a piece of shit. Like, I don't know why they keep buying this motherfucker. And it's like, okay, well, you know what I'm saying? Like, you'll look up a brand, it's like, it's popular, but it's shit. Like, they'll be the first to know that the quality is going down. So you look at one, whatever. So I tell a lot of people that who don't have either the patience or the time for Forex right now, I'll say, well, if you have a little extra bread, maybe you're looking at the stocks right now because you can pick some, and vice versa. It's a lot of people like it's a gentleman.
You're into stocks though.
Oh,
right?
Yeah. Uh-huh. And it's funny because I was in the stocks for a while, whatever. At Addicts Middle School, they had this little Leadership 2000 thing, and only reason I was in there is because of pizza and there's one girl with that ass. Those are the reasons why. You know what I'm saying? Those are the two reasons why I was in there. The only two reasons.
I only showed up the shit too. That's why.
That was the only reasons, B. And they had us, picking out little stocks here and there, whatever. And you would see, like, how people would, make their bread or whatever. And the part that used to always get me was the whole thing. Like, I'm like, well, how can I make, I got $20 stock and it goes to $23. Why would I be super excited? And they start showing me how margins work and shit like that. Like, let's say you have the bread for $1 million of those stocks. $1 raise is $1 million and shit like that. And I was like, I was fucking my head up. And when Ro and Mooch brought me this Forex shit, I was like, you gotta be shitting. From the high?
Man, I ain't gonna lie, bro. I'm on the opposite end. Like, I went to stocks and I hated that shit. I lost so much money real quick. So when they told me the Forex shit, I was like, Nah, this shit fake too, man. Fuck
like a motherfucker.
This shit fake too, man. That goddamn world is against us, bro. I'm glad I stuck with it though, man. Year and a half, bro. Year and a half,
man. And you know, it's so live to, you know, to see. That's one of the things I really love about the group, man. And it's so crazy that it just so happened to push me in a role where, you know what I'm saying, I'm making shit and like sharing shit, whatever, because I got in with the same shit, whatever. Like, I ain't gonna lie, I told Ro, I said, I didn't really know about you niggas at first. So my first thing was, I said, let me get as much information while y'all feel like giving it, then I'm gonna dip out. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't just know, and I'd rather move just solo. So that's actually the reason I started recording them, because I was like, I don't know, this might be kind of janky. So they say no monthly fees, but some tell me they gonna pop up with some monthly fees. So I was like, let me just record these boys real fast. Then all of a sudden I started recording so I could study more. Then it was like, all right, we'll put it out there. Then more people, you know, start watching it and little shit like that. Whatever. It's like, man, it's crazy to see the different levels people on in their Forex journeys or whatever. Like you're a year and a half or whatever, and you know you're seeing this and you're seeing that, whatever. Like I fucking love new people bringing in. Like Chevis, he's trying different pairs last night. Send me one that he's in on a sale because it's looking just right. And there's something that you lose after you've been in a trade for a while that you really wish you could gain, which is, you know, your naivety. You know what I'm saying? If that's even the way to pronounce the shit or whatever. You know, believing that, you know, all roses are red and shit like that, whatever. After you take a bunch of losses or something, you're so skeptical and you're so scared of what it could be, you lose that gunslinging ass mentality that you have at the beginning. So to see, you know, he's like, I'm just trying and it's going down. He sent me the chart. I'm like, wait a minute. Like, look at this million ass resistance line or whatever. Then so I wouldn't got in on that bitch or whatever. And it just is different ways like that, people coming in, like you with this index shit, whatever. I knew about indexes and the dollar index, but didn't know you could take it that far where they're wearing strengths with it. I'm like, you know, that's just something that by somebody being you, your personality, being able to find that and then being able to bring it back to the group. That's why I'm always so grateful for the group. You know what I'm saying? That's why I love bringing in people to get that new shit.
Yeah, man. Like, I don't know if we got any new people. He said Chevis is new, but like, man, like I honestly will just suggest that you ask as many questions as possible and study every single day. Like, I don't know who's new. It's only 5 of us on here right now, but if anybody new and they don't understand, man, just keep studying every single day. I think even when I was in college, I was down in Kingsville. I think I told y'all that too. I was down in Kingsville for about a year. And I mean, like, I would get out of class and me and my homegirl would get on YouTube and I paid like $1,000 for this course, man. And I was, every single day, I was just trying to figure out, man, how can I get this money in Forex, bro? Like, I need to be able to understand this shit. And it's crazy because I knew all the stuff. Everything that they was teaching me, bro, I knew all the stuff, bro. And I just needed confirmation that I was right.
Man, confirmation. And we really want this shit to be harder than it is.
It's not that hard though, fam.
And it gotta be harder though, right? It's gotta be harder. It gotta be. Niggas can't be making bread off of something so simple, bro. The last thing, like, because I've been having like a couple one-on-ones, and the last thing on every last one of my one-on-ones is I dumb it all down. Now, dumb it out. Yeah, that's cute. Like, I can show this my plan on the wall and my page, trading sheet, and all that shit. But the reality of it is, all I need is this little statement, you know what I'm saying, which is my winning edge. I'll wait for price to wick out at a major support and resistance area and trade the channel. You know what I'm saying? So I'm looking at my chart. After I draw all that other shit, I'm really just looking for that. And you just and that be it. Being malleable in the market, being able to, okay, I'm tripping, I was wrong, let me flip that. Oh, nigga, it's time to ride, you know. And that's why I think when new people watch Ro, you know, I've had a few complaints on Ro. You know what I'm saying? I've had a few complaints on Ro, like, oh man, I don't know, man. He just was saying some shit, he just moved fast, whatever. I just like, yeah. But I tell people,
you gotta. I will admit though, man, you gotta take it slow because like for me, I can look at a chart now and be like, oh, I can see what's going on. But like, man, for somebody coming in, bro, it's hard to really catch, you know, a grasp of everything so quickly, bro. And just a side note, of course, I did think it was so darn easy Forex, bro. So like, they emphasize on how easy everything is, and we overcomplicate stuff, but yeah, man, I think when I first got in, bro, I was talking so much about the minute chart and like, man, y'all sure y'all can't make money on the minute chart? Like, well, you can, but it takes some skill to catch the minute. And even now, fam, you don't catch that minute chart, bro.
I was just telling Jeanette. Jeanette's one of our new members. Whatever she joined today, I was just telling her I've seen niggas make money on that minute chart, but that minute chart, it's about that life.
Yeah. Right. Like you need so much on your side. Like you need spread, you need pip, you need direction and momentum. Like it's so much that play into that. Like you would think, like matter of fact, you will be right and still end up losing money, bro. Because it just ain't go enough in your direction.
Ain't that the worst? That bitch going off a mountain in your direction. Come on, clear spread. Ah!
Come on. Shit.
I ain't about it.
Trading is best, bro, especially for new people, in my opinion. Not longer trading. Like I know a guy, well, one of my mentors, he trades for weeks and months at a time. That's some of the hardest trading, but that's the one that's, once you're in a profit, you can sleep better. But for real, just think about that. Like if you up, 50, 100,000, over a month, man, like, look, you can talk shit to people, man. Like no doubt. But for sure, week trading, man, helps you. Weekday and 4-hour trading, man, like that's the best. Help you understand and get a better grasp and stuff at an easy rate, in my opinion.
Definitely agree. And it's funny you say that about like trading whatever, because my journey trading it has been a motherfucking wild one, exciting. And I just absolutely love to be able to actually look back months at a time and see like, that's different now. Because when I first got in there, I got in the group, you know what I'm saying? I didn't even have my first one-on-one until like 2 months in the group, because I was like, I'm going to get on one-on-one with these boys, and I ain't even really did it or whatever. So it took me 7 times to read that Astro Forex book because it was boring as shit. And then I was under the impression like I should read this all, then go trade, versus getting the demo started at the same time and read while I'm fucking around with it. Which is what I definitely recommend, to read and study while you're playing in the demo and try.
Demo, fam. I agree with you 100%. I did not. I've lost over $4,000 just playing with my real money. So what I will say is, when you do demo, get an account that's relatively like the one you will start, and trade like it's your money. Versus me, I was really attached to my real money. So of course I feel like I learned this a little bit faster because it was really my money I was losing. I was like, I can't keep doing this shit. Man. But for sure, man, like demo, man, you gotta like use it to your advantage. Like I see people, man, they come out like, this is some of the dumbest shit ever, bro, because you don't even understand like risk management and leverage. You got a $10,000 demo account and you holding a trade for a month. Yeah, finally went in profit. Well, of course, if that's how easy it is. If you got enough money, you gonna win regardless.
God damn it!
But you ain't starting off with 10,000, fam. Like it's not coming that way.
Or my favorite is when you see someone in, and we had a gentleman he's still in the group, Fred Avery. He don't get much whatever, but he'd have like a $5 lot in and be up like $115 and be like, man, the whole moving my way. And I'm sitting there like, yeah, I bet that bitch just went 3 pips your direction. I can imagine.
Yeah, like that's a
like I'm sure it did, sir. I'm positive.
Yeah, bro. Like, oh my God, you're right, man. That's so great.
Yeah, so definitely get a demo. Matter of fact, because I was just telling Jeanette, like with FX Lord, I was like, get you the demo and the live, whatever. Any one of you go to Hugo, get you a demo and a live, so you can kind of get in there, because you can use that demo, get comfortable in your pip game and shit like that. But when you went over to the real, that emotional part go come in, how you feel about your money, seeing your money down. That was so bad. Like nigga, negative 115. Bruh, your lot size is large. That's within range. But I ain't hearing that shit. All I see negative 15. And I'm thinking negative 200.
Exactly. Like, I think the thing with demo, man, like, you really have to channel that it's my money already. This is my money. You know what I'm saying? Like, or even treat it as if, like, I'm playing with somebody else's money in their account right now. I don't want to lose their money type shit. But, like, one thing I would do on demos, like, I would open a trade both ways and start peeping how price moves. So if it is an uptrend, well, peep how it moves. Oh, okay, this is how price moves. This is like, how quickly it may drop, how often it may drop, how often it may retrace, how much it retraces. I mean, I do it even with my live now. Like you got, man, I can't even emphasize it enough. Like, we have to use the demo as it's like it's your money, bro. If you don't, it's like, yeah, you going into the live with the wrong mindset already.
I swear, it felt like I gave you a script, nigga. I promise, because I tell everybody, like, one of the first trades, go to the Euro with $1, put a buy and a sell. We're going to come back in a few days and we're going to see why. And, you know, and just being able to, you know, like, okay, I was thinking this when it happened. Now look how it happened. We able to see one. Well, so why did that one go down? Well, it kind of rejected that. Why did we? Let's draw a line there and go to a bigger time frame and see why and little shit like that. It really helps you to get in the rhythm. That's why I kind of really at one point just went down to nothing but the CAD. Like I went down nothing but the CAD because I wanted to be in rhythm with my peg. When you move, I move. You know what I'm saying? Like every time, just like that, every time. And so I went down to the CAD and I just started, you know, kicking it in or whatever. And then I found a consolidation on the week. Matter of fact, this was last year, maybe around December. I found a consolidation on the week in the CAD. And when I tell you that consolidation here on the week in the CAD, I said my support resistance. I went down on the 4-hour chart, and when I tell you, it was like a motherfucking hourly job. You clock in at this time, you clock out at that time. I mean, it did that for maybe like 2 or 3 weeks where I'm just like, ride that up, ride that all down. It was just so fucking beautiful. And it's just because I was so in tune with my pair that I had noticed that it was sitting there. And then when it broke away from there, it actually had a fake out. You know, it did like a 2 fake out thing or whatever. I lost money on the first one, and I said, I'm going to wait on another one. Waited, then it kind of went out. But, man, you catch your chart consolidating on that week heavy, go down to that 4 hour a day, we talking about easy money.
Facts, man.
Mama's breakfast there.
Yeah, right now you're still correct, man. It must going up just a little bit more.
Just a smidgen more. Because I need that. Because I'm telling you, like, on that day, I need more wick, baby. What that motherfucking day at? See, it's down the CAD. Yeah. Just see this here. I need some more wick. This ain't cutting it for me. Even right now, that look cool. I'm like, nah, you gonna at least push up to this red one or so. But I need some more wick because when I see that wick start coming in, it'd be crazy because sometimes I'll see that wick and I'll jump and that motherfucker like damn, like you was early. That ain't even a wick. You know what I'm saying? Like when the candle finished, that ain't even a wick no more. I just ready to go, but I'd be so ready to catch those really nice wick moves, especially on those larger time frames. Get that turnaround because then I can know. Then I hedge my bets. Like, okay, I know that I'm gonna be riding it down majority of the time in this hole. So I'm riding down, and when momentum change, I'll say, all right, ooh, look, it's looking.
You on the day. Okay, I was like, man, why does yours look so much different from mine?
Oh, yeah, I just switched to the day because I had it open when I was on the 4 earlier.
Okay, let me see a 4 real quick.
I just had one over there. Oh yeah.
So no, but this not the one you were showing earlier though. You were showing the day earlier, wasn't you?
Yeah, I was showing the day earlier. This is the code.
So that's what I wanted to see because I was like, man, the way yours look clear like that, I like that.
Hey. That's that good old and that's why I try to have them open too. Like, you know, I got my support and resistance, but what I really started to experience after a while, like I had started studying this. I was using the stochastic hard, my moving averages, Fibonacci.
Yeah. I think so. Like I'll show you. Matter of fact, I'll put it up on my screen when you get time. Those are only good when you in your trade already, or you at the top of a trade. Yeah. Or like you like I got one that's really good for like for month trading. Like if you're gonna trade for the whole month, this is really good. But you have to catch it on the top. You know what I'm saying? Otherwise, you're gonna end up losing a lot of money.
I got a roll about it. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate y'all, boy. All right now. So y'all be safe, dog. There you go. Sorry about that. I was listening to my weed man stop by.
Yeah, you good, brother. No more drug tests for you. I'm trying to retire like you, bro.
I'm looking to retire, man.
You put up that date for me one more time, bro.
Yeah. Ooh, this the dragon. I'm about to say, good Lord, am I late? My heart. I've been waiting for this now.
Yeah, so we do have the same thing. Yours seem a little bit clearer than mine. I'll be real with you. I don't know what is it about mine.
Yeah.
Maybe that you did. I got the same one.
Want me to pull up my properties to see if I did anything different?
Let me see. I mean, we got different color schemes, and that's one thing I know that's factored into it. But like, even still, let me pull my grid back up. I'm gonna do that real quick. That way, I want to see because I like what you did. 1 second.
Man, that's what I was saying. Two things before my boy had came and interrupted me or whatever. Yeah, those stochastics and RSIs, they are perfect for when you're in the trade. Getting in them holes is not only is it late, and, you know, it's late. That's what I'm thinking. I don't like how late it is, and also, you know, it just don't really help you with, you know, interest and shit like that. You know, I had started really like doing exactly what you're saying, whatever, because you start learning, then it's confusing, then all of a sudden you kind of see how it could work, and then that's when the forex bug bites you. And you want to read, listen, study, be around people that's trading, and you start going through all these little emotions and shit like that. And I got to the point where, because we used to have little trading sessions over here, and you know, I'd be like, which way is it going? I'm like, shit, I don't know. And I'm like confused. I'm looking at my chart, and I'm weighing the options of my boilers and shit. It just was too much. I literally frustrate myself. And then I go away from my chart, and then when I finally come back to my chart, the move that I thought it was gonna was made 200-300 pips, and now I'm fucking disappointed, and I'm upset and shit. And so that's what really got me over to this whole naked forex shit, which is basically letting price action dictate, you know, when you move the most or whatever. And shit, my support, you know, my resistance, you know, which ain't nothing but supply and demand, because the same shit, just waiting for a nice little imbalance. And when that motherfucking me to that little wick out on that channel, I'm looking for it. And I just love how our different strategies they align with that, and it's able to show you how, you know what I'm saying, two different strategies can merge, and you can see how like both our shit can help each other. That's how I fucking love that. Mm-hmm. Hold on real quick, I'll be right back. Listen, slightly. Oh wait, hold on. Oh no. Yeah, okay. I do, but I don't feel like climbing it right now. But I'm just showing love, man. You know? Not right. Hey, that buddy.
Well, I guess looking at that right there, I guess is he's expecting that to be a short now, or is it still going to be going up as a bull, or is it going as a bear? To get a better understanding of that.
So what he's basically saying is that it still has room to go up somewhere over here. This is pretty much his line as far as like ultimate retracement and will for which it to turn around. This level right here, if I could put, as a matter of fact, I'll put it on. Now I'll remove it.
Get up.
This level right here is one, this general area right here. And then this is number 2 for which it can go to. So as of right now, nothing is saying it's gonna turn around. You know what I'm saying? It's already broken through this support right here. So it's still a buy. Not a strong one, very, very, very weak buy.
Good.
I'm back, and I caught the tail end of that, whatever. But yeah, I seen you selling why I thought it was going up to smidgen more and shit.
Mm-hmm. I'll put that green one there. You can take that green one off right here.
Yeah,
you can take that one off.
I don't know if I necessarily need to take it off. I might, you know what I'm saying, let it rock and just see whatever. You know what I'm saying?
For me.
You know what I'm saying? Just might, because I on that 4, I'm still waiting whatever, because you know it's Monday, you know what I'm saying? That's why I'm letting it play out a little bit, whatever. But
we got time on that one. You know what? I'm earlier than you because I thought that you were talking about GBP, and yeah. GBP actually was. Matter of fact, it's actually coming out of. I don't even think that one is actually GBP CAD. Mm-hmm. I don't even think that one is going. It possibly can. Let me see. Let me know. But you are right with the U.S. one. The U.S. one, as long as it turn around, because like you said, it's at the all-time high. I think somebody put that in the all-time high. But it's at a high for sure. I don't know if it's all-time.
That's a 16-week high.
16-week high. So yeah, so that makes sense as far as if it can turn around or not. But the GBP one as well has my attention. GBP CAD.
Yeah. Hey, that motherfucker got my attention too, because I told Chevis appreciate it because he showed me that one. And you know, I fuck with the Cad tough, and I used to fuck with the Pound and the Dragon tough, but these days, honestly, the two pairs I've really been eating off of is the Cad and the Euro, and the Euro recently because you know shit that don't have so much action the last couple of weeks, or whatever. And like I don't, what I used to do is when I first got in the group, I followed as many Forex Telegram groups as I could. When boys were giving out signals, depending on how much they had made on some shit I seen, I'd follow them. It used to be like somebody in the group put $1, I'm putting $1. Nigga, fuck it. Well, let's borrow. You know what I'm saying? And then Boosie came and revisited me a few times.
Yeah. Had your own personal concert.
Oh, nigga, what? Boosie badass every time. And I'm like, okay, what's going on? Because I mean, it just was not consistent. Like I had one. I mean, that night I paid the car note and I hit the car note back. Like I was turned the fuck up. You know what I'm saying? Like it's time to ball. My next trade, I lost 20. You know what I'm saying? I was like, wait a minute. You know what I'm saying? Like what's going on? Like every time I win big, I'm gonna lose big because I'm having such a hard ass time. And matter of fact, maybe it was the last summer, one of these summers, or whatever. Not even the summer. I don't even know where. I just said like I need a trading strategy that's gonna work for me. That's gonna you know make up for my own personal defaults. You know what I'm saying? Shit like that, whatever. So that's why I said I need to have less paralysis or whatever, less stutter step and shit, less hesitation. So I went to a trading strategy that only had to make me check 2 or 3 things, or whatever. That's what I like about road trading strategy. Road trading strategy because he knows how he is. He does a forced risk management trading strategy, which basically, you know, he has 100 in his account, and people think, oh man, I can put 100 in my account and hit 4,002. Well, you know what I'm saying? Like, number one, he's been trading for a while, so even when he has 100 in the account, it's giving him
How many years Ro got under his belt?
About 6.
That tell you a whole lot. You know what I'm saying? So, and I understand. Like, this is I'm by the way, I'm 22 years old, so I understand that this is my way out for when I'm 30. You feel what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So, I remember the guy I told you earlier who longs trade. He makes about 50 to 100,000 trading months at a time. Well, he been in the game 20 years, bro. Yeah. So how can I come in and expect to make that? I can't. That's disrespecting my man and his skill set. So, like, no, you cannot start with a $100 account and be able to make 4,000. And that's when Ro made that disclaimer. I appreciate it because, like, you can't. You're not gonna be able to. I'm not gonna say it. I'm not gonna say it like that. No limitations. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
it's likely though for you to come in and make 4,000 off $100 just because something looked good to you. On your first day in.
Gotta have that reason, that within reason. And I love the way, you know, as Forex traders, we always got to throw in the no limitations part, whatever, because we know just how live the shit is, whatever. Like, I got in a group when Brexit was happening, and I wasn't even live yet, and boys cleared 7 racks that night. 7 legitimate racks. Bruh, I'm trying to tell you, I used to work the second shift, get off at 11, stay up, give me a little work in with my little eBay shit. Then I go to sleep and wake up around 11 a.m. getting ready for my shift. I used to wake up at 11 a.m. to these boys with the bag secured. What do you mean? What do you mean bag secured? I'm grabbing my clown shoes, getting ready to go to Methodist. What do you mean? Like, I got to get on the rail. This nigga gonna call for me again. Like, what do you mean bag secured? You know, it's 11 a.m. I don't
understand. What is translate that for me?
You know what I'm saying? What's going on, man? I had to find out. And just the same way, I remember at the beginning, I was listening to this podcast, and dude was like, I give every trader, you know, a good 2 years before they really start seeing what they're looking for as far as returns and, like, you know, shit like that. And I was like, nigga, 2 years.
My 3rd year.
You know, I was seeing my boy Moose, this is his 3rd year or whatever. He was like, man, like 2 years, whatever. And I traded along the way. I made money along the way. I lost money along the way because, like, my shit was like every time I hit, I mean, I was getting ready to lose. It got to the point where I was getting nervous. Oh, I just hit. Never mind. I ain't trading no more. Because I know Forex.
I would do that too,
man. You know what I'm saying? I know Forex. Bro, they used to buy me an ass all the time. I know Forex now. Look at me. That's a $400 trade. I know Forex. On my birthday one year, I hit like 600, and I'm like turned up like, nigga, when I get back from this birthday vacation, everything from here on the rack up. Everything from here on the rack up. And boy, bullshit. Matter of fact, Moochie was here one day. We in this bitch talking like, hey, we finna pull 1,500 out, telling the market what we want, acting like the market's on our time. Nigga, place the trade that was way too big. Had I placed the 0.25.
Saturday's whole looking stupid and
motherfucker, because we boosted because we told the market what we wanted. We went in with a lot size that didn't respect our equity. You know what I'm saying? And it was just like we were correct on the direction, wrong with the trade. You know.
I think like it's really, really important. I think we talk about a lot size and just risk management and all that, but like I'm really, really starting to translate myself into like really, really get into pips.
Yeah.
Like, I'm trying to see what's my average pip, you know what I'm saying? When is it? Because basically, if I get like 40 to 80 pips, you know what I'm saying? As far as, I mean, shit, if I can do that a day, that's amazing though. You know what I'm saying? But like, you know what I'm saying? Looking at different trades, but per trade, and it goes in my direction, I'm happy with that. And therefore, like, I should be able to make as much money as I want off of that. And like what you guys did, I like a lot. Like, okay, aim for 500 a week, 1,000 a week. Like, but the key thing I think that's kind of underlying is kind of like taking what the market give you. And my mentors say that, other traders, successful traders say that, you have to take what the market give you. What if I don't get 80? I get 65. And I'm waiting and I'm waiting and I'm waiting and I'm waiting. I gotta get 80. You gonna risk 65 pips for the extra 15 and then turn around and kick your ass and now you're gonna live for 35 or really shit, negative 35? It's just like, you know what I mean? Like, same stuff apply, rule of thumb.
Hey, motherfucking accuracy. You know, two things on that. I got the little monetary cheat sheet up, whatever. I tell people all the time, like, okay, once you got your little something going in the demo, before you say fucking cash the 401k and go ball in the Forex, before you do that, let's go ahead and let's put 200 to the side. What we're going to do is put 15-year account increments, and we're going to go trade 0.01s. And more than anything, we're going to be focused on your pip. So this little $4 trade gonna be the highlight of your week. Niggas don't know that. You know, $4. Nah, bro, I'm trying to get that 6 7. Bro, get $4 on this 0.01 because by getting that 50 pips, now you can maneuver. You start learning a little bit more, whatever, increasing your lot size. Same work, same move. We're looking at 296 because you got the balls for 0.75 now in your trading strategy. Even down here, I get to the point where you see I drag my shit all the way down because I don't want to see the money amount. I'll right-click it and go over and turn it over to profit, to points, whatever. So right now I'm down 12.5 pips. So I like to look at it, you know, like the pips that way.
You can do that, like, man. Don't tell me that. Don't tell me that.
Yes, sir. Right-click it and from profit, turn it over to points. And they don't give you the decimal, but that's negative 12.5 pips. And, you know, the spread on that is like 4 pips or whatever. So technically that's down 8 pips, you know.
Right.
Like, you know, like that. And did I just say pips? I think I did. But, you know what I'm saying? But, yeah, like put it over to them pips or whatever so you kind of get in the habit of it because I'm the exact same way. I just when I changed my trade strategy, like I put my trade strategy in the group a few weeks ago, I had just changed it and I took away, like when it says pip goals, I used to have a target of pip goals. I want 100 pips, 30 pips, whatever. But the exact same shit you just said made me change that to where now I say at least 20 and 60% of the range. I say that now because the same shit. I'm at 80 pips, but I need 100 pips because that's my trading strategy. And now I'm risking 60 pips, bro. I'm pissed off. Oh,
for real. I'm doing it to myself, man. I got it, man. Because you know, everybody like pretty numbers, bro. Like 1,000, man. I gotta get $1,000, bro. 1,500. Now once that money get 1,500, I'm taking it out. So look though, this is the thing though, and I know you can agree with this one, bro. You see 1,500. You finally get the 1,500, you're going to still say, well, maybe it's going to go to 17, or maybe it's going to go to 2,000. Like, goddamn, like, Boosie being nice.
Boosie being nice? Woo!
You know what I'm saying? He's letting you get it, but like, God, hey.
He's taking his kindness for weakness. I mean, he'll punish you.
Yeah, for real. So, I mean, it's a lot of things that factor into it. I think it's more than just like, you know, respecting the market, but like, remember I told you about those trends. So once, like, you got to pay attention to where the market can go and stop and where can it retrace to. You know what I'm saying? And respect those. And that's how you can also respect your pips, you know what I'm saying, your pip range. At least by placing those, you know what your range is and then you know where you can go after that. You know what I'm saying? So like it all goes hand in hand, but at the same time, it's hard.
It is.
It's hard, bro. Like,
you know, that's so wild you say that because when I decide on my lot size, depending on what's in my account, I like for a certain play or whatever, I'm actually picking my lot size off of that. Like I'll take my little crosshair over here and I'll drag this bitch and be like, okay, the next rest of the level, like, okay, let's say I'm thinking this bitch going down but the next resting point somewhere up here. I'll come up here and be like, okay, that's 49.5 that it could, you know, and then still stick to, you know, what I think it's going to do. So I'll come over here, you know what I'm saying, and look at like, okay, that's negative 50. Okay, which one for the equity in my account, which one don't hurt that much, whatever. And so I'll be like, okay, well, I don't mind that. Worst case scenario, that's a 0.15. Okay, bet. Let me go 0.15. Then I ride the bitch to the little move or whatever, get out some, whatever. Like I pick a lot of my lot size like that. Like I, you know, that's exactly.
Point. So you will pick the negative side just to know what you're willing to lose, right?
Yeah, because I feel like I'm always gonna be gaining pips. So even though if I'm short on the goal right there, I'm not really tripping. I'll be like, okay, well, let me just go ahead and pick my lot size by what ain't gonna hurt the most, because I don't want to rob myself of the ability to trade again.
Right.
You know?
So my point is, like, you don't limit yourself, but you do limit what you can lose, though, right?
Yeah, because
that's the mindset. Like I don't use stop loss. It can be in my head mentally, but same time, like I want to get good at this chart, bro. It's just that I ain't gonna lie to you, the chart can be confusing to me sometimes, but now how you keep going back to it, I understand what you're saying. Okay, 50 pips, you know what I'm saying, lot size, how much I'm going to lose. 50 pips, lot size, how much I can gain. I can see what you're doing right there.
Yeah, and it really just helps me, you know, really figure that out or whatever. You know what I'm saying? That, especially since I have, like, the spreads up here, and I really need to put the spreads and pips as well. Like, and even though the spread kind of changed, that's why I didn't put them up there. You know, spread changes sometimes 3 to 7, more hell than news popping off. So, like, that's one thing I really want to know, like, okay, because a lot of times we're not going to be, especially in the beginning, you're not going to be trading with too many accounts over 500. And so, you know, you're going to have to either build that up or whatever. So I'll be like, all right, well, let me see which one I can operate within reason to. So if I do lose, okay, bet. So, like, if I got $50 in the account, like, I'm going to really work on this and, you know what I'm saying, scale it up or whatever. And that's one thing I like about this little monetary percentage plan, because it shows people, you know, you think, oh, $2.50 ain't shit, but you get comfortable with 5%, you know, with that's the bank's margin, they 5% return. You get comfortable with the 5%, you're looking at the $50 at the end of the month, looking at 153 if you ain't taking nothing out. Now, that could be a little misleading, because that means no days you've had no losses and shit like that. But, you know, that's when it comes in where, okay, like me, I use that trailing stop sometimes. You know, not all the time, but when I'm up a good 70, 80 pips, and that was around my target, but it's looking like, damn, it's kind of breaking the support I had set that I thought I was going to stop at. I put on the trailing stop, and them free little pips, they help either make up for it when I had got out a little early and stuff like that, so I don't chase it. And I really have a rule of thumb, too. When I'm up 120% on my day, that's why if I use any indicator, I use this drawdown indicator right here. I fucking love this, so because it tells me like how much my account is drawing down by, you know, the percentage, whatever. So anytime that I'm up 120% for the day, I ain't gonna lie, most of the times I'm gonna call it, because I feel like, shit, if it's real, do it tomorrow. Versus thinking today's the day I'm gonna get rich in the market. I'm like, man, 120%, I'm done. Unless the motherfucker start doing a Brexit move, then I get back in. But other than that,
explain that drawdown for me. I'm sorry.
Oh, no problem. So this right here, this little alert right here. One thing I love about it is whenever you get in a play, it tells you the percentage that your account is down. You know, so like right now, I'm down $18, which is 3.57% of my account. You know what I'm saying? So I kind of use it like whenever I'm up 40% on the trade, I'm thinking about pulling, or at least sit in the trailing stop. And if I'm and then when I'm up 120% for the day, I'm usually looking to call it for that day. I'll call it, or I'll maybe like or I'll put in like a little alert. A lot of times I call it, or I put in the trailing stop, because me putting in my trailing stop is me calling it. It's like I'm ready to get out, but shit, whatever it is you boys are throwing the table, I ain't tripping on. But I really like to use that as a rule of thumb, because a lot of times, you know, especially when the day hot and you eating, the only thing stopping you from going again is a loss. So I kept fucking hating that up, big ass loss. Bitcoin used to whoop my ass with that. I get in on a 0.5, 0.10, it's moving. Oh, this is the one when it's going to 20,000. And my last lot size would be a 0.25. And when it started pulling back, that 0.25 started eating everybody else. You know what I'm saying? Other profits, this and that shit, and I'm sitting there looking stupid. Like, I lost $1,200 getting off the plane one time, B. I had an open trade on Bitcoin, got on a plane and went to Vegas, got off the plane down 1,200. Down, I like, oh, come on, man. get off the plane down 12. You know what I'm saying?
Bitcoin, man. Bitcoin owe me some money, fam. You got to see me in a little bit. I'll be up there a little bit. But no, man. I want to talk about not time frame, but hours of trading though, because like I think my most successful time, which is why I'm always up between 2 and 4. Those are my best setups, personally. But a lot of my retracement happens when I'm asleep. I go home maybe like 6 a.m. to 8, wake up and come back to work, and I may be negative, and then it may go back into profit as the day progresses, or as in the next day follows. And I just want to know, like, what trends have you been like looking at or really just seeing? It's like, when is your best time to trade? What times do you absolutely just do not get in, and when are you likely to get in? You know what I'm saying? I want to know, you personally.
Well, I'm gonna tell you. First thing I used to do all the time is try to stick strictly to the session. That's what I was trying to do at first, sticking strictly to the session. I'm gonna trade my CAD in the New York session and shit like that. But the reality of it is, what you just said, between 2 to 4 is, to me, for damn near any pair, that is the setup time. Maybe the only pair that differs a lot of time is the yen, because the yen will have your ass setting up really, or like either in the morning or around like 6.
Yeah, fact.
You know what I'm saying? But the rest of them, 2 to 4, that is the perfect time for setups. Even with the CAD, like a lot of times on the CAD, my entry will be in the London session, and then it'll start paying out hard in the New York. You know what I'm saying? So like that is definitely that 2 to 4.
Yeah. So and like I say that because like a lot my percentage of wins have gone up dramatically off of just waking up and being here at 2 and 4, and then leaving after that, and then watching my shit progress throughout the day.
That's right. That's right. And not only just the London pairs, man. Most of the pairs is gonna be 2 to 4, and and that's not saying that for people who don't want to be up 2 to 4 or who can't be up 2 to 4, because you can still, with moderate pip gain in mind, you can still trade in the morning, because my cash plays we started really paying out around 6 to 9, and then I'm looking to take profit around 12 or noon. Now, we'll say this with the cash.
So you won't hold for a day though.
I will if I got in, depending on where I got in. Like if I got in on a day at a mean pivot point, I'll hold in. But if I got in like midway or whatever, I'll close my profit and then wait for another little setup to get in. But I do not like trading the CAD, particular after between 2 and 6, 7 p.m. I do not like fucking with the CAD right there. It's either at the tail end of a move, which I don't like bottom fishing anyway, or I'm reaching and it's consolidating, and then it's snatching me left, snatching me right. Then I'm sitting there like, oh man, let me just wait. So with the CAD for sure, I do not like fucking with it with like the afternoon, early evening time, or whatever. But I'll find myself getting on the CAD entry sometimes as early as midnight. But a lot of times I'll be getting on the CAD play around 2, 3, or before I go to sleep. I see a clear indication to set up a buy stop or a sell stop, with a couple, when I set those up, I always set the stop loss in, just because I don't want to wake up and then it wicked out and then it went the other way. So I set a stop loss on that. But as soon as I wake up, I'm looking to cancel the stop loss. I'm waking up and I don't know. Did I let you hear my alerts last time? I was letting a few people hear my alerts.
I had to leave last time, but yeah, go ahead. Let me hear something.
Yeah, cause see, you can have a program when they come to your phone and shit like that. But I have them hoes where they set up where like they gonna let me know, like I'm laying in the bed. So when I wake up and I hear some shit like the can long, the big and the small, we got it going on. Bro, that hole or Boosie. If you didn't have a stop loss, Boosie bad ass. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I'll have that bitch on maximum iteration, the computer turned up, whatever. So when I wake up, a lot of times I'll hear what my trade is. Like me and baby be watching something, then I'll hear on my favorite one is the motherfucking it's on the move. It's on the move. Because I only put that alert in when I'm in the trade, and I put it where it's gonna do that when I'm finally like breaking in profit. So I'll be somewhere. It's on the move. It's on the move. Bitch. You know what I'm saying? And if I ain't heard no alert in a long time, that bitch consolidated.
On me. No, I'm with it. I just had go ahead, keep going. I just had something I lost.
It's gonna come back. They always do.
Yeah, for sure.
I be doing the same shit, man. It's just so exciting to talk about, and just to know that, man, like I'm in the right position to, what I'm saying, to gain that whatever. Because bro, you 22. You know what I'm saying? I would have. Right now I trade in a whole ball to be getting this information at 22. A whole ball. You know what I'm saying? I'll let them choose. Don't even matter. You know what I'm saying? No trip to get that at 22. We actually got a guy in the group. He's not really vocal right now, but he's like 16. Oh, he's probably 17, something like now, or whatever. And I'm like, to be able to get this information then or whatever and go through all your trading emotions, following people, feeling that, thinking signals of the truth, feeling that, getting your trading strategy, falling in love, falling out of love, getting confused, going through all those things to get back to the whole point of where it's really at. Like, I fucking love it, man. It is and to get in that shit at 22, to have as much time as you have just to fuck with it, it'd be perfect. And then, to actually see the shit you're studying turn out. Because I'm gonna tell you, it's one thing to study the news and CPIs and all that shit, but live through a few of them hoes and be like, oh, that's how that hoe move. And then like State of the Union, I've been trading during 2 State of the Union so far, and I've been able to see like, okay, State of the Union, beforehand the dollars go consolidate. So if another currency is a little stronger, the 2 or 3 days before the State of the Union, I can ride that pair for a nice little scalp. I've got that just because I've been in 2 State of the Unions and watched it. So the time in, bro, you can be able to get with that and just reflecting on that shit. Like, man, that's the most gangster's part, And really, as long as one does not quit, you will go. The thirst of wanting to get better will prepare you to do more. So as long as you don't stop, it's gonna be what you want it to be.
Right. Oh, that's right, brother. Yeah, I was gonna say that I use Renko to set my Renko is different, bro. It's beautiful because like it does not use time. I keep saying that. It uses pip and it basically builds its bars off of pip. And I want to show you if I can share my screen.
Oh yeah,
I want to show you. You're good. You're good. I don't even know how to do it.
Do I? Oh, I think. Hold on. Let me stop there.
There you go.
There you go.
Let me show you my Renko ones, man.
I might just get in with the Renko.
So with Renko, man, like, and you see, so the reason why I got into this trade because, like, you see, it's still pushing down, and these are what these are retracements. These little white bars. Can y'all see that?
Mm-hmm.
So these are retracements on what you would call like just on a regular chart, but this is a major pullback right here. This is like it's trying to break the trend, but this is the overall downtrend. This is consolidation, or really, ranging, in a sense. But the thing is, like, say for instance, like this bar was white for a long time, right? Mm-hmm. And it was. You see the wick is up here. Can you see that right there?
Mm-hmm.
So I'll place a stop. I'm sorry, what's it called? Not stop limit.
The buy stop.
Short. When you was a stop underneath, and you saying that if it go this way, I'm gonna sell. Stop.
Yeah, stop.
Sell stop. So I'll place a sell stop down there. And so as long as it touches and keep going, I feel like that's where it's going to go. So I use that as like, as far as like where price is going to go, where price won't go. And what I would do is like, if I was going to do a stop loss, it would have to be on top of this. You see what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And I could literally take this pen, the same pen that you use, and like, okay, when I type it in my MT4 on my phone, I can literally type the number that's right there. That's my stop loss. This is my sell stop. This is how much I'm willing to risk. I think my pips are at, this may be like a 30, the GBP, this may be a 30 pips. So I'm willing to risk 30 pips, basically. And this is like all off of, matter of fact, I'll even pull it up. Let me see. Where is my NZD? Yeah, 30 pips is my thing. So every bar on that one is 30 pips. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
30. So you see what I'm saying? So actually, in all, since I'm only risking 15, because it starts at every half, basically. But yeah, 15 is how much I'm ready to risk. Kind of like what your chart was saying, but I'll put my stop loss up here in my head, though, not in reality. But if I was going to use a real stop loss, that's why I would place it. Sell stop down here and let it just keep flowing and flowing and flowing. And that's how you stay in your trade as far as Renko concerned. I wouldn't use it to get in as much, but like when it turns around, like you see like 1 and 2 right here, well, now you got my attention. So, you know what I'm saying? Like, okay, now you making big moves now. I got to go to the detail chart and start to look. You see what I'm saying?
Man. So how many pips is per candle or per, what do they call these on the Renko? What do they call it?
No, they're candles still. So that's what I was saying. So remember when I went over here? So remember I told you like my stop loss was a 15 pip loss, right? So I have it set at 30, particularly for this particular chart. GBP NZD on the M10.
Yeah.
So that's the one right here, offline M10.
Yeah.
Every one is 30 though.
Yeah.
30. For every 30 pips, a new one is billed. But you have to understand that it starts at the half though. So it's like 15, 15, 15, 15, 15. Does that make sense?
That's fucking dope. That's fucking dope. I like that. I gotta use that on the chart. Even if I just put it up in another window, that's fucking dope just to see because I was looking at that. I'm looking at the time frames, how they all blotted out and they all time, and it just moved by that. That's fucking dope.
Just move by that. Like time has nothing to do with this, man. It's strictly like I find major support levels just off of this alone, though.
Yeah.
You see, look, touch. You see a downtrend. You see a trend line right there. Like it's obvious here. Like it's no, you know what I'm saying, no black or white. I mean, no gray area. It's all black and white. You know what I'm saying? This is an obvious uptrend, and it just keeps going and keeps going and keeps going. Look at this range. This is a beautiful range of market. This is, bro.
That's fucking
beautiful range of market. Look at these big moves right here. Like that's crazy.
And I love the way these little red lines are. These are your support and resistance lines you have.
Which one? Yeah, that's a fib and some support and resistance. So this is where like I'll be talking to y'all like, oh, it's at like, for instance, if it's on Renko and it bounces off of it, oh, that's a major support. You know what I'm saying? That's one that go back for months. You know what I'm saying? So like that's like kind of like what you did, but I'm just using Renko as confirmation.
Yeah.
The yellow one was Fibonacci, and also you'll start to see that Renko respects Fibonacci. Not in addition, like, you know, this is what I call like, I be feel like the market makers, they manipulate a lot. This is when I see like, you see it came up here but still went back down. Came up here but still went back down. And also you got to also remember I do have a support line, a resistance line up there. So I see that is a range for which I still can't get in until it breaks out. You see what I'm saying? And also I still have my white trend line. It still ain't broke that yet. You see what I'm saying? So overall it's still a downtrend. Overall, you know where it's going. You have an idea of direction. Now you have direction, where to get in, where to get out.
Hey, what indicator is that, y'all? I got in late, so I didn't hear what.
This is a Renko chart.
Renko chart.
RENKO. Renko.
Okay.
And what I can do is maybe do a video, or I do a live chat where I show how to actually set up everything. And that way it'd be more understandable how to use it and everything.
Yeah, that'd be dope because I definitely like how that pushes. And because the unique fact that I really love about it is two things that number one, it's not factoring in time because time is so misleading at times. You know what I'm saying? Like sometimes I get to trade and this is like I'm gonna be in it for a day trade. I was in it for 2 hours. Okay. I think I'm gonna be in this trade for maybe a few hours, and I'm in the trade for 2 fucking days. You know, but to come over here and to see where we're just talking pips, you know, consistent, pips or whatever, to see them hoes moving, you know, that strong in one direction, you know, okay, I like this. It's clearly giving me momentum that's going down or whatever. And I love how whenever it does cross your red line, your red support and resistance lines, it retests, then it goes to find a new low. That's dope to the pitch, whatever. Yeah.
And honestly, this is a tighter one. It did it more than once. This is more of what you will see. This matter of fact, I'm trying to cut it off of my hand, like y'all can see my hand.
Yeah.
So I'm over here like trying to teach on my side of the screen. So pretty after this is really what you really want to see in real life. Everything else is like post-generated. You know what I'm saying? So like everything after this is what you pretty much see. See how the red one came back down? That's a real retracement and what you kept going up. This is you know what I'm saying? So this is stress levels, basically what you see right here. As you see the cross, 1, 2, 3, the lines cross. Okay, yeah, it's going now. It has power now. You know what I'm saying? But believe it or not, that happens so fast, y'all. Y'all ain't even seeing it in action. Like when price moving, it's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. and then look, this is where it fuck with you though. It get right here, and it's like, oh damn, do I get in? Like, cause that's why you can't just use Renko. You gotta use everything. Because right here, you say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's at 8. you're like, well, damn, it's at a support. Fuck, it done been here 3 times, and then, you know what I'm saying? And went back up. I can't do it, bro. And then boom, take off. And then look, now you scared because it's at a Fibonacci and a support level that you got there.
Yeah,
Fuck,
you never.
What do you do? You know what I'm saying? So the only clear time to get in was this one, but I mean, you get what I'm saying though. So you have to use it as a stay in your trade, not a, you know what I'm saying, a way to get in always. Now you want to use it as confluence though, but yes, it's powerful. You just gotta understand what is going on, because you may catch something that, what is it? You know how some of them over here wick out and maybe drop like, you know what I'm saying, a quick 40 pips. You know what I'm saying? Drop real quick, boom. You will see that on this chart. You know what I'm saying? And it'll move real quick, come back.
I would love to see this during news stories, because you know with news, I don't trade the news, I trade reactions off the news, and I bet I could imagine the speed that this drops during the news has some type of correlation with that type of retracement to become like this week. I'm going to make a little note. I want to just witness how this moves during one of the next big news stories, whatever. Because I bet they're going to drop those 5, 6, 7 of them hoes down, if not more.
The beautiful thing is, like I told you, so like my Euro one is different. My Euro is based off. Let me see, where is it at? It's right here. I want to talk about this chart too. I have another different chart I use as well. My Euro is a 12. Every bar is 12 pips, because I look at spread as well as a way to like to generate my pip per bar. You kind of don't want like, say for instance, if the average spread for Euro is 10, why would you have a bar range of 5? Because like if I place a trade right there, like I'm gonna automatically start off in a negative, and then like, you know what I mean? Like it just doesn't make sense, like ideally. So like you don't want a bar size lower than your average spread of your pair. But anyway, this one is set to 12, so meaning that on this one, it's more action. You see how longer this one is? See how long that is? Like, so that means like you can, again, see how choppy it is over here? So like now you're seeing more action on each direction now. You see what I'm saying? And it's not as clear as far as direction, but it is telling you what's going on at a particular point in time. Like this is a major area right here for which you keep your eye on for something. You see what I'm saying? And you can adjust your pip ranges. So I mean, I would never try to get to like 50 and 100 unless you was in like Bitcoin or something. But you know, you want to pay attention to what your average pip movement is, daily movement. Another one was pip. I'm sorry, pip spread as well. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. How many pips your spread covers? And, yes. For those that are new, spread, whenever you go into a trade and that bitch go negative, that's their spread, basically. You know, so the little pips difference or whatever. So whenever you go in your trade, that's the little part. That's how they get their bread or whatever. And plus, prices always moving. That's when you get into these whole bid and ask lines. If you ever really want like a full lesson on them hoes, you can actually don't trade on it, but go down to the minute and you can watch how you can see the bid and the ask lines clearly. You can see the formation of a candle. You know, the minute is perfect for studying how candles are formed and shit like that, and see little, you know, shit come out live with it. I wouldn't trade on that bitch. I'd only use it for experiment purposes only. But you know, it's a good place to see the difference of bid and ask, whatever. And that little difference, that little spread cushion is that's why you go negative when you first get in the trade. And a lot of times you go into a trade and like the CAD, the spread is usually around 4 to 5 pips, 4 to 5 pip spread. So I know if I got a 15-point stop loss, 15 pip stop loss, that's technically 20 because I'm saying spread plus, you know. So that's what he's saying when he's talking about the spread game.
And the last one I want to really kind of point out was like, I use this for, I honestly suggest it only for like long trading. As you see, like, you know, you may have bought Euro, I think last week you bought it a couple times, right? Mm-hmm. So like, in my, you know what I'm saying, this strategy right here, this chart alone, nothing indicates yesterday, the day before, the day, you know what I'm saying, to buy.
Yeah, there's no buys in there.
No buys. Right here, maybe, but none. You know what I'm saying? So this is strictly like, you know what I'm saying, weeks at a time. You know what I'm saying? This is strictly like looking at it from a standpoint of of momentum. You know what I'm saying? Like this is where if you can get in somewhere up here and ride that muck down to a retracement, you good. You know what I'm saying? That's money right there. You know what I'm saying? But that's hard to do because it takes patience, and I feel like you gotta meditate, smoke some weed, sit back. Like it takes some real setups to be able to get that, brother.
Man, it really does, and especially I think the thing that really fucks a lot of people over, I know it fucked me over, is that when I finally made my mind up, okay, I'm serious about the Forex shit. I'm a trader. Let's go ahead and get it. I used to have these things is that I trade on this day. Nigga, this a trade day. This a damn a trade. And I'm forcing myself to take iffy ass trades just to say that I traded. And right. To the point where I had to realize that, okay, I do all my little sets up, but I need to be more of a sniper. I don't need to be, you know what I'm saying, with the machine gun. I need to have the sniper. Okay, there it is. There's my wick. Because it looks like, and I use Rose as an example again, it looks like Rose an impulsive trader. But when you look at like on the bigger time frame where he got in at whatever, it was actually patient. It's impulsive now because goddamn it's go time. You know what I'm saying? But goddamn you should be excited because you've been waiting, you see it going down, bam. Because I definitely trade in the middle, you know, as it finds new support, resistance and shit like that. But whenever I get in on one of those pivot points where I got the wick, and I'm in early and I'm not seeing nothing to retest or whatever, not only do I get profit sooner, I'm able to weather more storms because, you know, a lot of times you'll get in a good position, then that bitch will start consolidating. And if you got in a little later, whatever, that consolidation confusing you. But if you got in right at the little wick part, you sitting there like, oh, okay, that consolidation, while it's bad, it ain't even coming up here to fuck with me. So I'm just gonna let it burn, you know. So that patience with no hesitation. That we said it last time, but that is. I mean, we always be working on that skill, but that skill above many others is a skill of having trading. That patience with no hesitation. Now, I'm gonna be cool, but as soon as I see it, I'm a bang.
Right. No, I'm with it.
Oh yeah. Now this was dope though, man. I think because for the new members that came, they got to see like, you know, different ways this journey go take them. I know for me, I definitely want to go ahead and try some of this Renko just to give it a shot. And I'm like I told you, as soon as we get off, I'm gonna go download this Life Forex. I need these indices in my life.
Right there, no matter what your trading strategy is, y'all, that index stuff hits everybody's strategy because you need to know what's going on. You know what I'm saying? In detail, it helps you figure out is your strategy right or wrong. You know what I'm saying? And how to apply it.
I think it's so crazy to a couple like months ago, I was fucking with the dollar index tough, and I kind of got off of it a little bit here and there or whatever because of my little issues or whatever. But I'm sitting there like, man, that was really dope though to kind of have a heads up because I mean this one index can give you so much heads up on so many pairs. And then if you're using with other indexes, comparing them hoes to them, like we were talking about with that momentum shit, I really want to see how that reacts because when news drops and when both are going in the same direction, you know what I'm saying? When both are going in the same direction, giving that little consolidation, like I bet I can use the indexes to see which one of them loses strength first. You know what I'm saying? I might be able to get a heads up on which way is going to break out of consolidation. So I can't wait to just test that shit. I'm going to be fucking with that. It's Tuesday too, so I got a whole week of live.
Man, Monday through Wednesday, the best time to use them index, bro.
Yeah. And so I like that. I tell you, I ain't gonna lie, and I'm glad to get this shit on a Monday because a lot of times I'll be getting this type of information on a Thursday, Friday, and be mad as a motherfucker. I gotta wait.
You boiling all weekend, cooking.
Yeah, dog, I'm ready to use this motherfucker to see it, but it already happened like that. So man, shit. Well, before I'm gonna get ready to wrap it up, man, I appreciate the information. You know what I'm saying? And that's what we do in the group, man. We spread as much as we can with each other, and you know, we never force anybody to do anything. We never say our shit's more right than anybody's, whatever. We just forever students. And I don't think it's a dollar or a pip amount we ever go hit that we're not students. You know what I'm saying? So shit, keep learning and building. And if two things, if you new, really take your time and practicing that demo and, you know, go slow. And if you haven't been able to hit some trades in a while, you know what I'm saying? It may not just be a trading strategy. Go ahead and look at the last 5 trades and see why, you know what I'm saying? And back test that. That back testing shit work everywhere on the charts and you can back test yourself like a motherfucker, you know? So shit, we'll be wrapping.
You
know what I'm saying?
For sure, man. I agree with you 100%, and I appreciate you for all the information and just, saying the conversation for sure. I do agree with forever being a student, man. Like, I just feel like if the guys got me by 18, years in this thing, man, and they still talking about stuff that they learned and stuff like that, I think for me to even get to my goal, I'm always have to keep an open mind and open eyes and always be tweaking my strategy and just my mindset alone. So I agree with you, man. It's a never-ending process, and for it to pay me like I wanted to, I gotta keep that same mindset.
Man, and something else too, because man, trading is so volatile and shit like that. Like when you hit those big ass trades and shit like that, you know what I'm saying? Diversify. I got stocks in Netflix because Bitcoin popped off. Now, right now, Bitcoin ain't doing the damn thing, but Bitcoin, it has secured some wealth as far as the Netflix stock. So that's one thing I love about trading, because a lot of people, they get in and it's like, well, who has money to take that, to invest and have to wait for that shit and have to see that, whatever. But being able to trade 50 to a couple thousand, taking that couple thousand and investing something that's like steady 80. So even when a trading account is low or you having a bad streak, whatever, you still have secured winnings from that trade. So like that Netflix, that's nothing but a trade gang that was converted. You know what I'm saying? So just, learning and being able to be, flexible and shit like that, it'll all come in handy, man. It really will.
I'm with it, facts.
Mm-hmm. So man, of course, with this webinar, it was recording, so I'm gonna stop it, and when I stop it, I'm gonna save it and put it in the group later on and shit like that. And if anybody got any questions, shit, where we at, you know what I'm saying? We'll be in there chopping it up and shit like that. And also with the special, if anybody refer anybody that that's $50 back to you to go ahead and trade something up with. So by all means, use it. And at the end of this special, man, we're gonna really unveil some real dope shit that we want to take it to a next level with, so we can have a space where those with just on this investment vehicle can talk and shit like that. So we'll stay tuned as we get ready to touch this shit up. You know what I'm saying? And we got a mean ass site update coming. I hope it's before 2019, but I'll make no promises. You know what I'm saying? But we got a mean ass site update coming, because it was working smooth until we kept adding content to that bitch. And after the more content we added, now that bitch is just like on mobile, that don't raggy. That don't ain't gonna do you no justice on the mobile. But on the computer, on the laptop, it'll do you justice, whatever. But we know that, and we're gonna fix that shit. So we'll be working on that, And it's some dope shit coming, man. Like fucking monetary TV, you know what I'm saying? Little shit like that, where we actually talking with news and different entrepreneurs in the area and shit like that, kind of sparking that shit. So I'm gonna be hollering at you about that anyway, because something tells me you just might be interested in some shit like that. So I'll be talking to you about that a little bit later. But dog, it's gonna be some gangster shit popping off in the next few months. So
I'm with it, brother. I'm with it, man, for sure. Let's do it, man. It's about wealth, man. Gaining that wealth so we can all keep together.
You know what I'm saying? Eat
with it.
Get on, put on, generational really starting here. You know what I'm saying? Because I that Life Forex, and I'm gonna go research this HELOC shit. I'm pegged. You know what I'm saying? My weed man.
Well, I dropped the link in the thing, so you got it.
Yeah, I'm trying to tell you, I'm about to get to it right now. So I'm gonna go ahead and shut it down. And appreciate you again. And should everybody just stay tuned for the next one, and keep studying this shit, man.
So 100, bro. All right, man.
All right, y'all. Y'all be cool.